Good morning, 30 Dayers. Welcome back for day 8 of 30 Days, 15 Minutes for the Entrepreneur. I am Ursula Dunn, and I will be your host for all 30 days of the 15 Minutes for the Entrepreneur. These are being brought to you also by Bees Be Done. I am the owner. Bees Be Done is a platform for home services providers to connect to clients. We also provide lots of very engaging content like this for the development of our small businesses and entrepreneurs because our heart and our passion is truly with the entrepreneur. So I promise to only take 15 minutes of your time each day, despite technical difficulties, which has happened, but I do try to keep it crammed into the 15 minutes as much as possible. Sorry, but there will be homework. At the end of each session, there is a short assignment for you to just reflect on the material that was presented that day. My hope is that by the end of this 30-day session, these 30-day sessions, that you'll have a notebook full of ideas, something tangible to help you launch your business, or information that was very helpful or relevant for you to go forward with. Our agenda follows a topic of the day, an inspirational quote, a case study to drive that home, and then tips for you to implement. So this is not an interactive session, unfortunately, due to the time restraint. So I am offering a free virtual coffee session with me, 30 minutes, where we can discuss whatever it is you'd like to discuss, whether it's the topic of the day, problems you're having with your small business, or even the weather. It doesn't really matter. I am here for you. So I have 4 slots left for this week. Email me at info@beatsbedone.com if you would like to take advantage of the 30-minute virtual coffee session. Also, we ask if you like to follow us on our social media. Our handles are at Bees Be Done, and visit our website. You can join our mailing list on the website to get new information and exciting launch information. Also, you can sign up to be a provider on our platform. We're looking for anything from housekeeping, pet care, lawn care, anything that's a home service business that you might have. Sign up on our platform and we'll market your business so that you can get the clientele and grow your business. So today's session is full of information, right? And I hope I can get through it all in the 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go really fast, no fear, because these are being recorded. So I will send you guys links to the recordings afterwards for your review. Today is Business Feasibility Models. And the quote of the day is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're usually right, right? The business feasibility model is to pretty much, it's pretty much to show you where the gaps are in your business plan so that you can either mitigate, or maybe it's not something that you should move forward with because it's the profit margin just isn't there, the return on investment just isn't there. So I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty with the PowerPoint. Give me 1 second. And then I will bring it back up. Alrighty, there we go. Are you guys still able to see my screen? Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. So, business feasibility model. So, today's case study, instead of telling you about a success story, it's one that really drives the message home as to why these are important to do. So Pets.com was a startup in 1998 by Greg McLemore. And this was during the dot-com boom where, you know, everybody was really excited about internet businesses and being launched. So he had no problem with this concept raising capital because everyone knows just how much pet lovers love their pets, right? And they're willing to spend a lot of money on their pets. So he raised $82.5 million in his 2000 IPO, including Amazon, who was 30% share of the business. And despite this infusion of capital, they still ended up filing for bankruptcy 9 months later. And the reason was that he had a very flawed business model, right? they didn't probably do a very good feasibility assessment. So some of the issues that they had was they didn't look at their competition really well, right? Most people can go to the store down the street or in their neighborhood and get pet supplies with no problem and a large variety of them. So why would they wait, days to get it in the mail versus just going to the neighborhood store to get it? Also, the shipping cost was extremely expensive, making the prices for the pet supplies significantly higher. And then their large margin items weren't moving as fast as they thought they would. So, and it's worth noting that today Amazon has blown up the market as far as online shopping goes. So maybe Pets.com was a little bit before their time. However, it just demonstrates what a good feasibility study will do for your product. It'll show you all of those different, gaps, and then hopefully you can mitigate them, or maybe you should pivot and do something different. So there's a couple different feasibility models, but I thought for this session we focused primarily on the market feasibility because a lot of you will be in the early stages of your business or looking to start a different product line in your business. So that's probably going to be the most um, relevant to you right now. The technical feasibility is a good one to do, and economic feasibility. Those are things you're still going to probably want to do, but let's just focus on market right now. So the market feasibility is comprised of a couple of different components, which I have listed here. The idea. So we want to start out with discussing what the project is, the model for how you intend to make a profit, the quality of the product that you plan to put in the market, the timeline for introducing it to market, and the timeline for profitable sales volume. Then you want to discuss the industry and the market demand. Like you have to assess, okay, what is the current market demand for your product or your business, and then project what the market would look like, in future state. Then you can just subtract the future state from the current state, and that'll give you what your potential market will be. You have to describe in this section, you're going to describe the scope and the size of the overall industry, the estimates of the future direction and strength of the demand for the products and services, and how your goods will be distributed to the market. And is the market stable, or are future changes expected that will, offer different opportunities or new ventures? So you want to look at that as a broad stroke, right? Then you want to look at your competition. So what is the competitive landscape for your product or service? Are there barriers to entry that are high, or are they relatively low? Who are your major competitors, right? How will your business compete with those competitors? What are you going to do to give you that competitive advantage in your market? What is your pricing strategy to lure customers away from those competitors? These are some of the elements that you want to include in your feasibility study. You also want to look at your potential customers. Like, what are your demographics for the potential customer? And a lot of you guys will notice that these are elements that you're going to find in a business plan. The difference between a business plan and a feasibility model is the feasibility model is more of an investigation to prove that the concept should move forward, that you have something that is going to have a return and be profitable. It can be used, to get investors, or it's a document that you might use if you're trying to get grant funding or competitions, different revenue to start your business. Now the plan is how you execute that. So the business plan, which we'll discuss later in the week, is how you're going to execute on that feasibility model. The feasibility model should be done prior to investing time into a business plan, because you don't want to get too far into your business plan or into your business and then learn that it was not feasible from the beginning and have yourself a Pets.com situation on your hands. So I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the session, just so that I can add some clarification for you guys. You're going to look at your sales, what your future sales projections look like, any expenses, profits and cash flows. These are the type of things you want to have included in your model. Financing, how do you think you're going to get the capital to get your business up and going? Are you going to have initial capital requirements? Like, what is it? What do you need to start? And then working capital needs. What do you need to keep the business running? And then the sources of funding that you intend to use, such as bank loans or venture capital partners, or your own money. Organizational structure. So how are you going to manage your day-to-day? How will you control your operations, marketing and sales operations, and what are the positions that will be required? Are the people available in the current market, or do your employees have the current skill set if you're already in business? And then based on the market demand, that's when you make your assessment of whether this is a go, no go type of gauge. And you're gonna say, at this point, you're gonna look at whether you're gonna introduce a new product line for an established market, or are you gonna create a product to supplement the existing product lines? Are you going to improve on an existing product, or are you going to target a new market altogether with an existing product? So those are the type of questions you want to ask yourself. And once you have come to the conclusion as to what you want to do, if you're going to go forward, which one of those areas you're going to go forward with, you write your conclusion. Now, your conclusion should be the vision for success based on your feasibility model, right? If it's anything that is not aligned with that feasibility assessment, and you're using this document to try to get funding or loans or anything like that, those people are going to look at it and say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't add up. And they're going to question all the work that you did in your investigation because it doesn't align up with your conclusion and where you want to go. So that's a roundup of what your market feasibility analysis should look like. Now, the other two that I talked about or I outlined here was your technical feasibility and your economic feasibility. A lot of those elements were included in the market feasibility. So that's the good thing, it makes it easier. But a couple of things worth noting on that is that on the technical feasibility, you're looking at, can the product be manufactured and delivered using current manufacturing and shipping resources? That's one of the elements that you're going to add. Do employees have the skill sets to make and deliver the product or to provide the service in an optimum way, right? An example would be like a website development company. Do the developers have framework knowledge, experience developing web widgets, or expertise in creating or customizing a content management system theme? So for a financial feasibility analysis, you're going to want to assess what the break-even point is using pricing, sales volume, and costing forecast. And then determine if the profit margins make it a worthwhile endeavor. This will also help you assess what kind of financial resources you need in order to be successful in your business or to get your business going. So that is what I have as far as your feasibility models. It is a lot of information, I know, and I could go into so much more detail on this topic, but trying to cram it all into the 15 minutes, I was only able to give you like an overview. There's a lot of resources available on the internet that can help you to perform a feasibility model. It doesn't have to be so in depth, or it can, if you're not looking to get funding and you have a pretty good idea, or if you're looking to use it as a living document to leverage for funding opportunities, then you definitely want to go through every step and make it very as detailed as possible. The good thing about this too, you want to do this before your business plan, but a lot of this information you're also going to use in your business plan. So it's a worthwhile endeavor because you'll have very good foundational information in which to launch your business plan with, should you conclude that the endeavor is worth going forward with, and now you can step into your business plan. So for homework, which feasibility model will you start with for your business and why? That's all I'm asking today. I don't want you to write a whole feasibility model because that would be a large order for a homework assignment. I just want you to start thinking about what feasibility models you want to start with and why. What will you use it for? write it in your notebook, share on Facebook or Instagram if you so choose. We'd love to hear from you. I'd also just like to reiterate that I do have those open 30-minute sessions for virtual coffee, and also to contact us at www.thesebedone.com if you're interested in any of our provider opportunities. I am right at 8:15 and I am so proud. I thank you guys for joining me today. Again, I appreciate your time and I hope to see you tomorrow when we discuss business plans. Have a great day.